He looks quite comfortable.
Because he is. That's my boy.
I know. This is not the best lighting. Don't judge me. I know you're always judging me. After all, you are my assistant. And, she knows what time it is.
She's even puffing her neck out. You gave her the wrong title. She is your social media manager. Yeah, see? She agrees.
Alright, you guys, you know where we're at. We're at our favorite bargain market, so let's go. Alright, you guys, so we're out getting some pet supplies and some other things that the house may need. We usually get a Chewy.com order or an Amazon order, but unfortunately, due to some shipping problems and the fact that they couldn't ship it to our door directly and they weren't able to find our marked spot, we did not receive our order, so we're out shopping for it. This is not unusual. We have actually had this happen in the past with Amazon and other shipping places, so that's why we're here. Haven't been to the bargain market in a minute. We are mainly here for some supplies that we haven't shopped for yet in July. This is what we came here for. We're mostly here for pet supply stuff and maybe some household items. Not too sure. 69 cents per little pack of Friskies little gravy packets. They have quite a few of them. They also have some little playful treats, $1.99. They also have some of this wellness brand. I actually really like this wellness brand. And this one is 69 cents. These flaked ones are 50 cents a piece, which is actually pretty good. We have never purchased anything like this before. We get some wet food for our older male cat, Sebastian, which he'll have a little cameo in this video somewhere. These are 50 cents. That's not too bad. Jordan's checking out the dry food. He's mostly looking at the ingredients. We try to buy the same cat food every single month, and as a matter of fact, we had a Chewy order that did not quite go through, so he's just comparing and contrasting all the different things, all the different ingredients. Looks like they have these as well, the Fancy Feast. I'm gonna grab some of these as well as what I already have in the cart over here. I don't know if you guys saw my community post, but our youngest son, little Piggy, he thought that he needed $40 for chips. Too cute. When you're 11, you don't really have a concept of money, really. I mean, even though we try. So I know that he likes this particular brand for ramen noodles, but I think Jordan is right and I should allow him to come pick out his own chips in due time. Though I will say that, you know, chips are not, they're not looking like they're $40. $7.99 for 28 ounces of hickory smoked white turkey. That is crazy expensive. Looks like Jordan found some Black Forest ham for $1.99. We're gonna grab some. What happened to the cheap yogurt, you guys? I was getting yogurt here for $0.25. What happened? $1.21.99 each. Ouch. Alright, you guys, so we made it back from the store. I did end up getting a big thing of cat food, 18.5 pounds. This bag of cat food should last us, along with what we already have. Also, we went to another store where they had Tillamook yogurt for 59 cents a piece. So I got the only flavors that I knew that we liked left, and that was the Washington raspberry. If you don't know, we're Oregonians and Tillamook is our brand. Also got the Oregon dark cherry. I would have grabbed some vanilla, but they did not have any. I think the only thing they had left was key lime. But I ended up getting 4 of each flavor. And then Jordan needed deodorant. He's the only one that doesn't get Dollar Tree deodorant. We have tried the Dollar Tree version of Arm & Hammer, and it just doesn't work the same. And this is the only one that he can use that actually works for him.
Not only it doesn't give me a rash.
Oh, and it doesn't give him a rash. So that's the main thing. But he got the Ultramax Sport Active, and it's just one. We also got some Black Forest ham, Hillshire Farms. I do have ham in the freezer, but I wanted to grab a second one because, you know, it's hot, it's summer, we want to make some sandwiches, so this little pack of sandwich meat would go pretty quick if this is all we had. But between this and what we have in the freezer, it should be a week's worth of sandwiches. Also got our old man Kitty and Miss Gigi, our black cat, some wet food. Now, all the cats like wet food, but for the most part, this is for our old man Kitty. He has had some health issues. He's gone to the vet and all the different things. He's a senior. He's a senior boy. So there are times where he doesn't want to really eat the dry food. So our vet recommended doing the wet food with the dry food. So that's kind of what we do. We don't use the whole amount at a time. From time to time, I will give Gigi some. My black cat, Calcifer, and Rudy, they are gluttons. They'll eat anything. So I did end up getting 4 of these Fancy Feast appetizers, these flake version. I don't know why, but the cats really like the flake ones. They also have had this nacho brand before. This is salmon. This one's tuna. And then we also got some of this wellness brand. We have purchased this in the past. Really actually like this brand quite a bit. But we got the flaked tuna. And then we also got the tuna and tilapia. And then the tuna and cod. I wasn't really sure about the tuna and cod, but these other ones for sure will be a hit. And, you know, for 50 cents a piece, I mean, that's really not that bad. And this is all we will buy for the month for wet food, just because we don't have to use the whole container at one time. The other thing that I do as well, just so you are aware, any additional little scraps of chicken, like the chicken fat or the chicken like veiny parts, things like that, no bones or tendons, but just the meat itself, I will go ahead and put that in a little baggie and then put it in the freezer. That's what I've been doing for a while, and then eventually I will cook it up, probably more than likely during the winter time, and then I will add the chicken with the plain broth that the chicken gets cooked in. We now have a visitor. Hi, Sab. Nope. Let's stay over here. I don't mind you being up here, but I don't want you to be on my stuff. Thanks. He really wants one of these, so he'll get one at the end of the video. Then I did get 2 of these Hostess cupcakes, the orange flavored ones with the orange frosting, as just I'm super cool and brought home a treat. Also, this Sonoma Gourmet brand, we have been wanting to try this for a while. I see it at Costco, and from time to time I do see it at Fred Meyer Kroger, Safeway, Albertsons. Ended up seeing that this was on clearance for $4.77, and they're usually about $8 or $9. So I went ahead and grabbed it because we're going to use it with our dinner tonight. And as a matter of fact, we are going to be marinating some chicken breast with this black garlic parmesan. We've had this in our pantry for a minute, and we just use this with water and just like a little bit of water. We don't add the oil or the sometimes it'll ask for like vinegar or apple cider vinegar, but we just use the water. So we'll be marinating our chicken breast in this, and then we'll have pasta with this, and this is the lemon herb ricotta. If you've had this before, let me know. Did you like it? How did you feel about it? I'm always up for some ideas on what to do with some pasta sauces other than making like spaghetti and Alfredo. What else can I use my pasta sauce for? So I'm excited for this, and it needs to be used. We also are eating a lot of cold stuff, so I am going to be making a lot of sandwiches, hence the laundry. Oh my goodness. Mixing my words up here. Hence the large amount of lunch meat. There we go. But I'm also going to make some pasta salad with chicken and some Parmesan cheese, onion, and I think I'm going to add at least olives to mine. So that's in the meal plan. Because we do have other sandwiches that we would like to make, we were told that there is no more jelly. How dare there be no more jelly for our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? So we ended up getting this raspberry preserves. And then we also got this Harry Potter butterbeer 0 sugar creamer. This was $2.49. And then as a little treat, ended up getting this 6-pouch pack of Gushers, the watermelon sour apple. I'm not sure. I didn't pick this out. Jordan picked it out, so he'll be sharing that. But that's everything. That's all we got on this quick little grocery trip. And then we'll just have to work with what we have in our pantry. We have lots of options to make pizza. That's definitely on the menu plan, as well as, like I said, sandwiches, pasta salad. I could do an egg salad as well, and then make egg salad sandwiches, or just have egg salad. And then I end up making, I'm trying to think of how many times I make that a year. I at least make potato salad 2 or 3 times a year, and I do like a deviled egg version. So that's kind of what our plan is. I do have a pork roast that I need to use, so I will be doing that as well. But that's everything. This was our quick little haul. Anything left over that I didn't spend on our budget for pet food will go into the pet care envelope for our cash stuffing. So if you follow that, anything in that $100 budget for pet supplies or pet care needs will go back into the envelope. So later on in the month, when we need things like dog food, or we end up needing to buy some crickets for Kiwi, or Kiwi's a bearded dragon, if you didn't know. She was featured at the beginning of the video. And then we also have a leopard gecko named Mango that also likes crickets as well. We do have mealworms that they can eat throughout the month, so they're definitely not hurting for food. No, nobody's starving in here, pets, kids, or adults. Nobody's going to be starving in here. I am going to make some homemade gluten-free bread, and I have some bananas that I'd like to use to make some banana bread as well. So we got our dessert figured out. And then when it's asked for again, I will bring a certain little somebody out to get his chips. Not $40 worth of chips. Absolutely not. But I think that Sab is glaring at me. I think I'm going to give him one of these. I'll give him a full one of these, so that way he can grub on that. Is this what you want? You want that? You were begging me for it. He's like, not on camera. I don't mukbang on camera. Right? Well, he might do it. Well, I ended up feeding all the cats, but as always, you can only do what you can with what you got, because it's all you have to work with. And, you know, it's been hard to stay on budget these days with these prices, but I am very fortunate to have access to a decent discount store. Bye, guys.